Hello YouTube, this is Techie Jess coming at you with my 16th Q&A. So without further ado, let's jump into the first question.
What is your opinion on jailbreaking?
I think jailbreaking is awesome for those of you that feel that it adds some sort of benefit to your phone. For me personally, with the new iOS 5 updates, with notifications, the biggest part actually with iOS 5 for me is notifications, the way that they don't interfere with what you're doing. That was huge. I hated that about the iPhone before, and I think there was a tweak in Cydia that you could actually change that. But now that I don't have to really deal with that, and now actually that you can get wallpapers on the back of your phone, and you're getting some type of customization there. Mainly I use Cydia for the winter board and spring board and whatnot, and changing the appearance of my phone. But now that I can pretty much do that on my own enough that it's okay and I can deal with it, I don't jailbreak. I know a lot of people jailbreak to steal apps or to use apps for free, which is fine if that's what you want to do. I'm not saying do that, because I would prefer you guys to pay for apps, especially with the iPhone. They're quite cheap, like 99 cents. Sometimes it'd be $2 for an app. But you gotta think of how much time that goes into making an app. You know what I mean? Knowing how long it takes to even put together a drawing. I appreciate all the coding and all that stuff that goes into an app. But with iPads, I totally get why people jailbreak and get apps and stuff for free, because some of them are like $10. We can't all afford $10, and I know that that's like a fraction of what games cost for consoles and stuff, but if you're just, an average gamer, somebody that just, every once in a while wants to play a game, that's a lot of money for an app that you're gonna get like an hour of play out of total. So I don't know, jailbreaking in general, if it gives you some type of benefit, I think jailbreaking is awesome. Me personally, I don't need to jailbreak at this particular moment in time, so for me, I don't. That's just me. Maybe that's because I like my phone looking clean and I like it running the best it can be, and I find sometimes with jailbreaking it slows down your phone a little bit. But other than that, if you find some sort of use out of it and you think that it adds some sort of reason for you actually having an iOS device, then go for it.
Does favoriting videos actually help YouTubers?
Favoriting, liking, commenting, all that helps with YouTube videos. And whether you guys think so or not, especially with the new YouTube layout and the way YouTube goes, it pretty much spreads your name around. When you favorite something, it now goes in your timeline. And people can see your timeline if they want to see their timeline. And they're like, oh man, Techie Jess liked this video. I'm totally going to check it out because I like Techie Jess. And it goes on and on and on like that. And that's something with the internet. It's a beautiful part of the internet, is that when you like something, chances are it's going to be popular enough that the interwebs is going to put it elsewhere. And it's going to leak elsewhere. And people are going to find out about you. And that's why being on the internet is so awesome. Sorry, I had a speck on my screen. But yeah, favoriting, liking, all that. Though you guys think it's such a little thing, it's huge for us. It's huge. And when you guys have interest in our channels, especially YouTube partners, we actually do better. We do better in terms of it being our job. I'm not going to get into details about that because we're not supposed to really talk about that. But yeah, it actually makes our life a lot easier. So all that 2-second time that you guys take to do something, it helps us out a ton.
Will you ever start vlogging, and will we ever get to see your partner in crime?
I'm not really sure if I'm going to start vlogging. There's a lot of rules and regulations at my school in regards to videoing and stuff. I can talk to my friends about it. My friends have to be comfortable with it, because that's pretty much who I'm going to be vlogging around, is my friends. Unless you guys want to see me walking back and forth from home, that will be my vlog every week. Other than that, my friends are most likely going to be in the vlog. My partner in crime, no, because they don't really want anything to do with the internet's part of my life. And that's okay, that's their choice. So that's a no for there. But in terms of vlogging, I don't know, let me know. Do you guys think that's a good idea? Maybe I'll do one vlog a week or something like that if you do. So I just wanted to comment on this comment here. This is something that kind of bothers me, just in general. I've been getting a ton of stuff saying, well, your name is Techie Jess. You should change your name because, you know, you do art stuff on your channel, so it should be like Artie Jess. But if I change my name to Artie Jess and I reviewed tech, wouldn't you guys be saying, but you review tech, why are you Artie Jess? It's going to be the same both ways. The thing is, guys, I am who I am. I'm going to put what I want on my channel, and because my YouTube numbers aren't above like 100,000 subscribers, why would I split my channels up? I've already done that, which was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I should have kept the tutorials on this channel, and I don't know why anybody would really do that. That is probably something that we should all look at in general. When you are under 100,000 subscribers, your audience isn't big enough to spread yourself over. And also, why spread yourself thin like that? Why not put all your talent in one place and have one place to upload? That's just me personally, guys. I don't know why this is such a big deal and why so many people are upset with the fact that I am a mixture of both art and technology. The truth of the matter is, guys, I am mainly a digital artist. I do stuff on my Wacom Cintiq and my Wacom Bamboo and in Photoshop and in Illustrator and in Adobe After Effects. I work primarily on the computer, and that's all tech. That's all technology. My art is mixed in. It's kind of like a hybrid sort of child with technology. So for me, that is my world, and that's who I want to be on YouTube. That's who I want. That's what I want my channel to be. And if you guys don't like that, or some of you guys aren't a fan, then don't subscribe to begin with, because right off the bat, there's no hidden messages here. I'm not a telemarketer. I'm not a mobile company giving you hidden fees here, guys. I am all up in your face about who I am, and if you don't like that, that's fine. Don't watch. But it's aggravating, because when you work so hard to put out content for you guys and for your audience, and then you get feedback like that, it's kind of heartbreaking. It does bother me. I try to not let it bug me, which I tell you guys, don't let that stuff bug you. But the truth of the matter is, we're all human. I am a human being on the opposite side of this webcam, of this screen, and a ton of people don't seem to get that, and they use the internet as a shield, per se, to get what they want across. But if they were talking to my face, there's no way they would say the stuff that they do. And I'm not saying this person is bad-mouthing me, because actually this person here comments on all my stuff, watches all of my stuff, I'm sure likes all my videos, and so they're a great contributor to my channel. But it's just the way that they phrased it really hit home, and try not to let those things bug you, but you can't. We're only human, right? And I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, I'm gonna be who I want to be. I don't feel that I am one way or the other. I am a hybrid. I am of everything that I love combined, and that's what my channel is, and that's how I want it to grow and how I want it to be. And if I'm gonna be here 10, 15, 20 years from now, hopefully, then this is what I want to be doing. I don't want to just be doing one thing. I'm not just one thing. Like, look at Ty and Gray. Like, Ty and Gray have a vlog channel because that's what Ty loves doing. He has a channel that he just does blah all, like crap all, just what he feels like doing in that moment in time, because he isn't all about tech, right? He's about everything, and who he is, and I want to share that with you guys. And if you don't like it, that's cool. Don't watch. Simple as that.
What kind of environment do you need / like to work in?
Guys, this is not a weird question at all. This is something that people in my life think I'm weird, because I like to have a plain space. And even my room now, I have it kind of the way I want it. But I will always want to change things around. And if you look back at my first channel, my room, and now, completely different from what it was. But my space, my space of choice would be a room of white. That would be my space, preferably. I like things looking clean. I like things bare. And honestly, probably the best place for me to get work done, depending on what it is, really. But in terms of artwork, let's just say I have this huge project to do. And though I am a digital artist, I do have to do traditional art as well in my classes and whatnot. I would like a white desk in the middle of a white room where the lights were just on the desk and it was dim everywhere else. That would be the perfect space for me, with some type of probably Claire de la Lune playing in the background, because I love classical music when I'm doing homework. That would be my ideal space. I would be able to pump out artwork like you have no idea how fast. That would be my ideal space, but preferably in my own environment with my computers and stuff. I still like things to be clean. I'm not a big fan of wood. I don't like wood grain. I'm really weird. But I don't like the look of plain wood. I like the look of like compressed light wood. But in terms of grain wood, like if you're going and you're going to be paying for a nice wooden table, why would you get it just plain? Why wouldn't you get it dyed, like something really gorgeous, like a beautiful stain? It's just a pet peeve of mine. But anyway, I like to have things as clean as I can. My back wall is red because I love color, but I don't want it where I work. So originally, this wall here on this side was supposed to be my workspace, and that wall's all white. As you guys can see, like I said, I like my space white, but the rest of my room is a very light gray, which is also very monotone and easier to work with, because if you guys don't know, when you have color around you everywhere, you're one part of your brain that's like, oh my god, squirrel, rather than the side of your brain that's like, you have to write this now, this needs to get done, or else you're in big crap, which we all have that side, but for whatever reason, we still go, oh, squirrel, takes over, and it looks at color, and I do have a little bit of color here and there, but if I had color everywhere, I would not be able to focus, and it's enough that we live in a day and age where your phone's right next to you, and your phone can play games, and it has email, and that little dinging sound as your email goes off. It's bad enough with that. So I like to have my space as neutral as possible. Thanks for that question. That's a great question. In terms of drinks and stuff, preferably I like to have a diet soda with me, but a lot of the time I just have water. If I have food, I get too distracted, so I do try to stick with just fluids while I'm working. But yeah, again, great, awesome comment.
How's work on the website coming?
This is also a great question about my website. Unfortunately, I have not been able to get to work on that. What you guys don't get is I am great at the design aspect. I could design web pages in my sleep. I like the way things flow, and I know how they flow visually. But in terms of technically and actually coding, I cannot do that. It's like my brain doesn't have that skill to understand how that type of stuff works. I can put computers together, but when it comes to actual technology stuff, like the innards, my brain can only go so far, and I cannot for the life of me code. So I actually had my cousin working on coding, and we had it about 85% done, but I had to read up on how to actually use his coding, and I couldn't get past that part, so we haven't actually gone there. I do have a couple people offering to give me free hosting and free website coding and all that, so that's an opportunity there possibly. And I also have a company looking into kind of sponsoring me in a way. It's going to be an up-and-coming site, kind of like Revision 3, so hopefully that will pan out, and if that pans out, maybe I'll have a site just with them, and I wouldn't even need to have my own site. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll let you know if something like that does happen.
What are your thoughts on manga?
Okay, so manga. This is kind of a touchy subject, especially with my friends, because a lot of my friends really love manga, and they love anime. They love that type of stuff. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm not. I think that people can enjoy it all they want, but I think that their figures and everything are exaggerated to the point that it's not really figures anymore, and I have a huge gripe with that, because that gets me into talking about dolls and Barbies, and then you don't even want me to go there, because that makes me angry in itself, because a Barbie couldn't technically stand up if it were shaped the way they are. So there you go, that's that there. I don't like Barbies. But with manga, I wouldn't go as far as saying that it's not an art form, because I think that any way that an artist expresses themselves should be categorized as art. And for those of you that like manga and like whatchamacallit, I keep forgetting what that's called, anime, I say all the power to ya. If it's something you love, go for it. Don't let other people tell you what you like and what not to like. Just because I'm not a biggest fan of it doesn't mean you can't be the biggest fan of it. That's my personal opinion on that. I think that there are a ton of anime artists out there that are very talented, and there's some anime I've seen that is absolutely fantastic and some that is extremely subpar. So I guess I can't really say I hate anime or I hate manga. It's all relative. It depends on what I guess you like personally. So that about sums up my 16th Q&A, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking to you guys and getting this stuff all out and answering your questions. Don't forget to leave me a question down below in the comment box so I have something to answer for you guys next week. And I thank you all for coming back, those of you that like my Q&As and actually comment every week and watch and like and favorite my videos like you do's. Helps my channel out a ton. And without further ado, guys, until next time, beep-a-dop-doop-dop-doodles.